Australian prosecutors dismiss Amber Heard's case about her personal Yorkshire Terriers. According to the government, Australian prosecutors withdrew a possible criminal case against Aquaman actress Amber Heard over claims that she misled a court about how her Yorkshire Terriers Pistol and Boo entered Australia 8 years ago. When Heard brought her pets to Australia's Gold Coast, where Depp was filming the 5th installment of the Pirates of the Caribbean series, they became involved in a high-profile biosecurity scandal. A biosecurity watchdog in Australia, the Department of Agriculture, Fisheries and Forestry, said that the Commonwealth Director of Public Prosecutions declined to press charges against 37-year-old Heard for allegedly making up ignorance of the country's stringent quarantine laws. Prosecution action will not be taken against Heard over allegations related to her sentencing for the illegal import of 2 dogs, the department said in a statement. The department had investigated discrepancies between what her lawyer told an Australian court in 2016, when she admitted smuggling the dogs, and testimony given in a London court in 2020 when Depp, now 60, was suing the Sun newspaper for libel over allegations of domestic violence against his former wife. Heard had pleaded guilty in 2016 at the Southport Magistrates Court in Australia to providing a false immigration document when the couple brought their dogs into Australia in a chartered jet a year earlier. Prosecutors dropped more serious charges that Heard illegally imported the dogs, a potential 10-year prison sentence. The maximum punishment for the fraudulent documents accusation was a year in prison and a fine of more than 10,000 Australian dollars. Heard was instead given a 1-month good behaviour bond by Magistrate Bernadette Callaghan, under which she would only be required to pay a $1,000 fine if she violated any laws in Australia during that time. Heard's attorney, Jeremy Kirk, testified in court that his client never intended to falsify information on her entering passenger card by omitting to state she was traveling with animals. She was actually only jet-weary, according to Kirk, and thought her staff had taken care of the paperwork. But a former Depp employee, Kevin Murphy, told London's High Court in 2020 that Heard had been repeatedly warned she was not permitted to bring dogs to Australia. But she insisted, and later pressured a staff member to take the blame for breaking quarantine laws. The department told the AP it collaborated with overseas agencies to investigate whether Heard had provided false testimony about her knowledge of Australia's biosecurity laws, and whether an employee had falsified a statutory declaration under duress of losing their job. The department had provided prosecutors with a brief of evidence against Heard, but no charges would be laid. When the dogs were discovered in May 2015 following a trip from the couple's rented Gold Coast mansion to a dog grooming business, Depp and Heard complied with a government-imposed 50-hour deadline to fly them back to the United States or have them euthanized. Pistol and Boo became Heard's property when the couple divorced in 2017.